Hello everyone again. I'm very glad to meet with you here. First of all, I would like to thank you, your library, and also our agent Virtus who enabled us to meet with you. Hopefully you will have a fruitful session and useful session that we will share today. We will be focusing on ScienceDirect and have some key tips and tricks how you can use it efficiently. First of all, I would like to share with you some technical information. Now the session is recorded. It's being recorded, so it will be shared with you and your colleagues. Now you are all muted, but we will have a Q&A session at the end. So when Q&A session comes, you will be able to unmute yourself to ask questions, or you can use the chat box to just share your questions, which I will be happy to answer. I'm Saide from Elsevier Middle East team, and we will be together today. So let's start. First of all, I would like to share with you some useful information based on this, that we are getting through this COVID-19 period, some free content sources, and also a little bit information about remote access alternatives. And then I will talk about some useful features from ScienceDirect, and then it will be a brief part. Then we will switch to demo, where I will try to show you the explained features in a live session. Then we will end with the Q&A. As Elsevier, we're a publisher which is more than 140 years old. So this is a really, really important period for the humanity and all over the world. So we tried our best to support as much as we can. And these are now you are seeing some useful sources, free content, just generated especially for this period, or just readjusted regarding your needs, researchers in the field of COVID-19. So I will be sharing this presentation deck with you, so you will be able to click this, titles, and we'll be checking if you are interested. The second information about free content I would like to share is free textbooks. Until the end of 21st of August, all the researchers in your university now has access to the more than 250 textbooks regarding our support to this COVID period working off campus, the lecturers, the students. So you will be able to access this as a ScienceDirect subscriber, your institution. Here you will find the textbook lists, but also I will show you how you can check the titles from ScienceDirect platform. And remote access is really important while we are working off campus, especially in this period. It has really become crucial. So of course your university provides you some solutions to access to your library, electronic resources, scientific resources, like federated solutions, federated access, and also proxy IP. But besides these, we would like to support some web alternative solutions, and like self-managed remote access via your institutional university email address, and also registration IDs, and a Google Scholar integration like CASA. So I would like to talk about this self-managed remote access via your university email, a little bit information about you. So it is very easy to activate this. For example, if you don't want to use, or if you can't use your university alternatives, or based on very busy traffic there, you may set up this activation for ScienceDirect, and it is very easy. The only condition is that you need to use your university email with these domains now mentioned in the slide. But if there are any more domains for your email, please reach to your library and they will reach to us to add these for remote access activation. First of all, of course, for accessing the content via your IP network, your university network, via your library network, you don't need to create an account. But for such things like activating remote access or some customization features that I will explain today. It's that you should create an account on ScienceDirect, and it is very easy. When you just open the page, you will find a register. And if you have already an Elsevier account from Scopus, Mendeley, or any other solutions, you can use that email because we have a one ID system. It is very easy, not too much information is requested, your name, your email. And then when you create your account or you have already an account with ScienceDirect or Elsevier solutions, then you can open ScienceDirect and go at the bottom of the page. And here you will find Remote Access tab at the bottom. And when you click that, you will be asked for your university email. And then when you continue the steps, you will receive an activation email. Then when you click that link in this email, your activation process will be completed. And then when you sign in with your university email next time, you will be having access remotely to ScienceDirect without any need of any system login. So after a brief information about remote access and free content that will be useful for you in this period, let's switch to our main focus today, how you can get the best benefit out of ScienceDirect. Let's begin with the content coverage summary. As you already know, and if maybe you don't know that, the ScienceDirect content consists of 18% of the peer-reviewed global content. So it is really high, it is the majority maybe, and it is not limited to that. It covers the quality. 26% of the citations comes from the Elsevier journal. So it brings you the qualified scientific content that will be useful for your studies and career. And the benefit of ScienceDirect that also we will talk about is we are just providing this content in one platform. So it enables you to, with different kinds of publication times and also multi-interdisciplinary research, it enables. And depending on the studies, how this can be helpful, it shows that multidisciplinary content really makes sense and improve the studies globally in the scientific world. So this one-stop shop platform, ScienceDirect, provides you this. It's very easy to navigate and track the up-to-date developments in your research area very easily. But of course, it is really high. I mean, it is 60 million articles and a lot of things. So it can be hard for you to find what really you are looking for. Today, I will show you some small tips and tricks how you can manage this content and get really what you are looking for. So, as I mentioned at the beginning, creating a user account is not about accessing to the content that's provided to you by your university library. So it is based on for the customization, and second, the remote access via ScienceDirect. But if you're accessing from your institution's IP network, you don't need to use your account. But if you would like to customize and save time, you need to create a user account. And as I showed you, it is very easy. And search techniques is really important. As I said, there are millions of content is waiting for you on ScienceDirect. So it is easy if you have a strategy and techniques about the search. And ScienceDirect offers two options. Yeah, you can search broadly. And like here, you can use, when you have the search results, you can use the left panel filter options to narrow your results and find the critical information you are looking for. The other option is you can use the advanced search. Normally, our users don't prefer to use advanced search, thinks that it can be a little bit, hard to use it, but it really helps you and it is easy to use it. And it enables you to just identify critical information for you that will enable you to find the critical information easily and in a fast way. And I will show you the details, an example during our live demo. And one of the important things when you have a sign in and log in with your account, getting recommendations based on your user activity on ScienceDirect, which means that, for example, if you can't even search for everything, allocate time for it based on your user activity, ScienceDirect provides you some recommendations depending on a very smart system based on artificial intelligence and machine learning. So these recommendations can be very helpful and uncover the missed content that you are looking for. And also alerts is really saving time for us, because I know that it is not only ScienceDirect for you. You have a lot of resources provided to you by your library. So it can be hard for you to track the developments in all these different sources. So if you set up alerts based on your best journals, book series, or even you can set up alert for a search query. So you don't need to search with the same keywords over and over again. If you set up an alert, then ScienceDirect will feed you with the new updates, updated scientific content added to the platform. And always from when you log in with your account, at right panel now you are seeing, when you click to your account, user profile, you will see the My History part. And here, always you can check your last 100 recently viewed articles there, and you can manage it by deleting or just exporting to Excel and any other need. One of the top favorited feature on ScienceDirect is the topic pages, which I will show you an example. When you are just reviewing an article, a book chapter, and you don't know any information about a key phrase, a keyword, that if it is linked, just click to it. It will take you the ScienceDirect topic pages, where you will find a short definition, a related other terms, and relevant content there. So by this way, even when you are reading an article out of your field and don't know so much information about that field, these topic pages will help you to close your knowledge gap and then continue to work on that specific piece of science. And I don't know if you are aware or not, but there is a reference management system, Mendeley, and also an academic network with more than 6 million users. And Mendeley is a part of Elsevier. And ScienceDirect is working very, very integrated way with Mendeley, and you can use this together very efficiently. Of course, sometimes you can have some technical questions or any other platform questions. Before going to library or any other person that may help you, you can check the ScienceDirect support page, what's new, top frequently asked questions, or from the search button at the top, you can search what you are really looking for, and it will bring to the relevant results about that. But if you couldn't find, at the bottom, you can find email chat boxes where you can directly get in touch with our technical team, who will be very happy to support you. And of course, your feedback is really important for us. If you would like some improvement suggestions or any other problems about the platform that you think that it should be changed, please reach to us, and product team will be happy to hear from you. And of course, we are sharing some updates from social media accounts like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and we have a regional Instagram account where we are sharing similar events, useful information. From there, you can follow our Elsevier Middle East Instagram account, and we will be happy to see you as a follower. So before switching to a live demo, if you need a certificate for this session, by using this code, you will be able to download your certificate. I will now share this link with you from chat. And when you go to this page, you will see a workshop code requested here in the field. And when you type this code, you will be able to download your certificate. And of course, if you would like to share your comments at the end of this session, you can use the survey link if you like this session or need some improvement areas. Please use this survey link to share your comments about this session. Now I'm switching to demo part. And you can access to ScienceDirect via the ScienceDirect.com from your library page, or if you have the required remote access set up directly from this web page, you can access to ScienceDirect. First of all, I would like to start with this free textbooks, as I mentioned with you, how you can see these on ScienceDirect. When you click this journal and books here at the top, top of the page, right top of the page, you will see all the content here. Let me check the chat part. Yes, this lecture is recorded. And when you find this, all the content here, you can just use the publication type filters or access type filters. And when you would like to see this free textbook titles, you can click the books. And then you can click to subscribe and complimentary, which means subscribe brought to you by your library, and complimentary is free campaigns like this, free textbooks. And when you click to the access type here, you will be able to see these accessible books on ScienceDirect like this. And of course, you can change your selections from here. Maybe you can check also journals and other things that you have access, and also you can just select the main subject area or sub-subject area from here to filter your search to find it. For example, also you can use this filter by the name of the source you are looking for example, bone. I write it here. I wrote it here, and the Human Bone Manual. It found a book about it, and I clicked it, and this is the book page. It's very easy to navigate. For example, you can search in this book specifically, and you can just click to the book chapters and download at once the selected chapters, or from here, you can download all the chapters. It is very easy to navigate. And if you just review the ScienceDirect book chapter here, it will be very easy to navigate to field. For example, if you click to the download PDF and download this chapter, it will take you a reader page, which is easy to review this book chapter. And you can see at the right panel recommended other scientific content that is relevant to this book. And also figures, for example, when you click it, it will be very easy to navigate to review the figures in the specific book chapter, for example, here. And when you click this arrow, you will be able to see all the ones that you are looking for. And when you click it in the text itself, it will open that figure. So it will be easy to review that book chapter. So let's go to the main page and just review it. As you can see, in the 4 main scientific fields, you will find the popular articles and recent publications that you may check. First of all, we can start with information about, for example, that you will find here. Maybe it will be helpful for you. And you can just select the ones that you are looking for, or you can just go to the specific area. But let's check with this. And as you can see here, it is very easy to navigate when you look at to the article itself. And it is like the book chapter, you don't see any difference. You can just check the outlined parts regard to that. And you can check any relevant information about it, and will be very easy to navigate. And when you look at the right panel, you will see the recommended articles here. Again, it will be based on this artificial intelligence, smart technology, and it can enhance your technology, increase your literature search functionalities. And here you will find the metrics of this article, because it is important for you to check if this article is relevant to you or not. So when you, for example, check this, you need to also check the quality of this article to read or to publish in this journal, maybe to follow this journal. And you can see the citing articles here. And of course, it is important to check the citing articles because it is one step further to this scientific finding. And also besides this citing articles, you can find other metrics here. Beyond this, Mendeley readers, citations, and other social media mentions, or in Facebook, Twitter mentions, blog mentions, you will find here in Alt Metrics part. So it will enable you to check these resources, because even a research piece can be published newly and no time to getting cited enough. So if you check this kind of alt metrics, it will give you some information about it. So it will be very helpful to see the relevant sources about it. So first of all, I would like to share with you this kind of things, but let's check, run a search that will be helpful for you. From advanced search or a basic search, you can search for it, but let's start with the main page. Here, for example, you can start with nanoparticles. I'm using the basic search, but it is important here that now you're searching in a full text platform, which means that it searched these nanoparticles in all of the full text content here. So it brings a lot of results to me. So it is very, very hard for me to manage. But of course, as I mentioned to you at the beginning, you can use this left funnel filters here to check or narrow your search. But again, some search functionalities, tips and tricks will be helpful for us. For example, I will just, for example, take copy some keyword suggestion from here. For example, metal nanoparticles. Let's search for that. Or metal oxide nanoparticles. Let's search for that. So as you can see, it is still very high results, but still I have some small touches I can do. For example, I am just putting this quotation marks here, which means that I don't want to search for this keyword separately, but as a key phrase, metal oxide nanoparticles. And when I put this quotation marks, it searched like that. When I clicked it, now you see I have 10,000 results. So it is really narrowed. And still I can do, for example, I'm just copying this voltammetry, for example, and again, clicking to advanced search. Now, there are more fields that I can narrow my search by identifying the specific area of interest by the help of these fields. For example, I am typing this voltammetry in the title, abstract, and author-specific keywords, which will narrow my search because I am interested in metal oxide nanoparticles, but specifically, I'm interested with the molten metal studies. And also, I can search for the specific article types, for example, only book chapters, review articles, or any other. Or if there are more information, for example, specifically, you may check for an author, you can just type the author name or specific journal or book titles. Now I have 478 results. I started with 200,000 and with small types, now I have 400 and nearly 500 results, which can be manageable. And also I can still use this left panel filters like year ranges or any other access type or publication title or publication type filters to narrow my search. And as I said, if you logged in with your account, you can set up an alert for this specific search query, which means that when I click this, I will just give a name and identify the frequency of the notifications. And after this, I will start to receive ScienceDirect notifications if any new scientific content will be added depending on my search. So it will be easy to track the updated information in the scientific world. And as you can see from here, this is ranked by relevance based on my search, but you can rank depending on the publication time, date. And you can select the ones that, for example, you can click and check the abstract and others. If they have graphical abstract, for example, you can check from here. And the ones that you find relevant, you can select more than one and download at once. If you see this green button, which means that you have access to this, and you can use this subscribe journal filter to see the ones that you have access to. And you will see, other than this, the open access or open archive, which will be accessible by you. And as you can see from here, for example, this is open access. Let's open this. Again, it is very easy to navigate, as I mentioned, like the book chapter. And you are seeing some linked key phrases, keywords here. And you are just reading an interdisciplinary article, which is out of your field, and you don't know any information about modified electrodes. And when you click this, you will be directed to the ScienceDirect topic page, where you will find a definition, simple definition, related terms, and also relevant scientific content in a nutshell. So you will be easily close your gap of knowledge and return to your article to continue to work on it. And also, if you are really interested in modified electrodes, you can set up alerts if you are logged into your account. And of course, it is easy to check the references. Again, like citations, checking references can be useful and enhance your literature discovery. You can check. When you see this download PDF, which means that it is a ScienceDirect article and you can check from the platform. But if it is not a ScienceDirect publication, you will see only Scopus for metrics. Scopus, you can check the citations and other stuff. If it is a Scopus Index journal article. Or if it is not even Scopus, you can check the Google Scholar or Crossref links to check this specific reference. And of course, when you click to this authors, if you would like to discover potential collaborators, or maybe you can check the competitors or the key leaders in your area, when you click, you will find the relevant information here about the author and also other publications based on this author, and you can check this. And if this journal, for example, is very relevant to you, you can click on this and it will take you to the journal page itself. And you can check the scores based on citations like site score from Scopus and impact factor from Web of Science. And if you are interested the general aim and scope of this journal, you can check the other articles. Article in press, which means that approved but not published yet, or top cited, for example, or most popular, which means that mostly downloaded by the ScienceDirect users. And if you recently viewed, you can check your part. And some of the journals, you will find that article collections, which is specific to some topics like material analysis and new directions in sensor technology. If you're interested in this area, you can check the article collections of this journal. And if you would like to keep updated about the publication of this specific journal, again, you can set up a journal alert for this journal, and you will be notified when an article press or any other article published by this journal. So it will be very easy for you to navigate. And lastly, I would like to talk about the other customization parts. Here, when you click here, your profile, as I mentioned you can see recommendations, history, and alerts, and you can manage from here. When you click here, my recommendations, it is based on my user activity, not as we show some examples about the article piece or book chapter, article, recommended articles, content from that specific piece of science, but also we are providing a recommendation list based on your user activity on ScienceDirect. And you can find this full list here, and you can uncover this relevant information and discover critical information. And if you would like to, instead of checking from here, if you would like to be notified by ScienceDirect, you can turn this off and activate email notification. This means that you will receive weekly updates about your recommended content on ScienceDirect, and you will be easily checking from email, if from title, if there's anything interesting for you or not. And as I showed you from the slides, you can check your historical activities, articles from here, and manage from here, delete, remove, or download to Excel or clear all. And you can manage your alert from here. You can remove the alerts or change the frequency that you preferred. These are the journal book series that were put an alarm, and this is the search queries that you will find here to search. Now I'm concluding my presentation. Hope you found useful, but I would like to check if you have any questions. So now from chat box, or if you would like to unmute yourself and ask from here, we can hear your voice. Depending on your preferences, let's check. I'm waiting if you have any questions. Okay, so I'm waiting for the questions. I think, yeah, a question, right. Could you repeat the difference between recommendation and alert? Okay, first question. The thing is that between recommendation and alert is, recommendation is based on the search queries. It is based on your user activity. It is suggesting some relevant content to you. And it can be up to date, or it can be previous publications that is relevant to your search queries. Alert means only focus to the new content, new published content on ScienceDirect, which can be specific to a journal book series, as I showed you, or can be based on your search query. So this is the difference between recommendation and alert. Alert only brings you the new content. Recommendations brings you the new or previous relevant content that you may miss, covering all the ScienceDirect content, not specific journal or search query, but based on your user activity. I would like to ask if I don't have access. University. I would like to request from your library to check why you don't have access, and if there's anything we can do, they will be in touch with us, so we can just solve your problem, access problem. Sure, the PowerPoint slides, I think it will be shared from the event page, and event page link will be shared with you via your library. So you will find there the PowerPoint presentation and the recording also. Okay, I think we don't have any more questions. So I'm taking for your attendance. Could you, and another question, lastly, can I use EndNote to search ScienceDirect? I don't have knowledge about EndNote, but if it covers the ScienceDirect, sure, you can search for it. Yes, if anyone not employed in university, I think you were asking for the access, please check with the library, because I think all the university members can have access, but for the other people, I don't know the policy of the university, so please get in touch with the library. Okay. Thank you so much again for your attendance. Hope you enjoyed the session, and meet you again with other sessions that you are interested in. Thank you. Have a nice day.